just started our journey towards the Galapagos. We're just leaving Lima today in our overnight bus. It's a 16.5-hour bus ride up to Piura, but we opted for the fancy bus, and this one even's got controls to, oh yeah, this is gonna be really good.
You got your remote control there too, don't you?
Oh yes.
On our way to the Galapagos Islands, we had to take 2 overnight bus rides of a total of 24 hours. Our first one we took from Lima to Piura, and then our second one took us from Piura to Guayaquil. In Guayaquil, we got our flight, which then took us to one of the 2 islands that we would be going to, Santa Cruz.
From the plane, we soon started seeing the islands as we approached the Galapagos. Oh, it feels awesome! Warm island wind!
Before we could get our bags, we needed to wait for the sniffer dog to clear any contraband material.
In order to get to the town from the airport, we had to take a bus, then to a ferry to cross to the island, and then a 45-minute taxi. In town there was a fish market. It was kind of fun because there was a whole bunch of pelicans and sea lions waiting around for the scraps from the fish.
We're here on Kiosco Street, the place to dine in Puerto Ayora on Galapagos Island. We choose our fresh fish. They cook it up for us. It's been delicious, but it's just a whole street of fish restaurants. Walking the trail to Tortuga Beach today, they have cactus trees. It's kind of cool. Happy birthday, Don.
Thank you. Great way to celebrate my birthday. Heading out to the beach, some chillaxing, and got some snorkeling gear as well. When we arrived out of the beach, it was just covered in marine iguanas. We'd never seen marine iguanas before, and it was really interesting to follow them along the beach and then also out into the water.
We learned that they were so plentiful right now because it is their nesting season. You're walking your pet iguana there, Lucy? Yeah. That's crazy.
They left their tracks along the beach, which was kind of neat, so you could see where they had been.
The beach was gorgeous. Bright blue turquoise water, soft, fine sand, and nobody there. Lots of lava rocks we could see around. And this beach, though, was too dangerous to swim at because the surf was so strong. But we soon found a little bay where we could swim and see lots of fish. At this bay, the girls had lots of fun discovering all sorts of fish and marine life.
At one point we sat down to have lunch, and a marine iguana got quite interested and quite close to us. In the water we could see how the iguanas swam, moving their tail and just sort of buoyantly floating on the water. This morning we've entered the Galapagos National Reserve in search for the giant tortoises.
At the reserve, we learned that the tortoises can no longer survive on their own without human intervention just because of parasites and animals eating the eggs. So when the nests are discovered, they will bring the eggs to this reserve, and they help incubate them and hatch, and the tortoises will live here for a few years before they're old enough to return to the wild.
I'm a tortoise.
We've just taken our ridiculously short water taxi just across the bay, and now we're just taking our little walk to Los Greates today, where we are going to be snorkeling.
Los Greates is a rock crevice that is very deep, and and has 3 pools, and in the second one there was lots of big fish. We saw an eel. We had a lot of fun swimming around Los Granitas.
When we had our lunch, the finches are plentiful on the islands and they're quite bold, and so they were hoping to steal some of our lunch.
After going to the Los Granitas, we have now come back over here to the beach on Punta Estrada and are going to go see if we can find anything snorkeling around here. In the water here, we also saw lots and lots of different kinds of fish. There were also lots and lots of parrotfish. These parrotfish were probably our favorites because they were big and beautiful, but they were all so slow and dopey that they were just fun to watch. We saw a water snake. We saw, I think, 3 different spotted eagle rays.
Our second night on Kiosk Street, we ordered the family fish platter.
Holy moly.
Yes, we got our own boat of fish tonight. We've got our red scorpion. We've got tuna steaks in here. We've got some calamari and shrimp.
Octopus.
Where's the octopus? Can you see it?
Oh, it's right in there.
Yeah, some chunks cut up. We have some like conch shell things. Yeah. Okay, so this goes right up there with guinea pig. Got my little conch shell here. So we pull the meat out. Okay, I'm gonna dip him in a bit of butter here, maybe. I don't know how to.
Buenas noches, amigos, amigas. Saludos cordiales a todos. Bienvenidos a Galapagos Ecuador. Compartimos esta noche un poquito de música, un poquito de folclore latinoamericano.
Kind of shellfishy. Good to keep the shell though.
Today we have arrived at the El Chato Ranch and we're gonna start off going through the old lava tunnels and then hopefully continue on to see some tortoises. We have just got our boots on and are going to get ready to go and probably get very muddy.
These lava tunnels were formed when the lava from the volcano rolled down towards the ocean. What would happen was the outer shell of the lava tunnel would harden and the lava, molten lava within the rock would continue to flow. Therefore, the lava flowed out of the tunnel, leaving the hard outer shell.
We are in the lava tunnels and we just found a tunnel inside a tunnel.
We walked around El Chato and saw lots of giant tortoises. What's neat about this place is that it's not fenced or it's not a farm, but they do keep the bush trimmed back, and this attracts the tortoises here where they can roam freely and eat.
There were lots of tortoises of all different varying sizes. I wonder how old this guy is.
He's the same size as me. Stay tuned for our next week's video, swimming with sea turtles at Isla Isabela.